EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game.
A loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 36-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards on the ground. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
34-yard line.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And a give this time to the tailback. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. For right side here, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Minshew's pass.
Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Saints nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will make it into the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders to the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back, and sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, it's Howard looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. try to run for it with Howard. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down at the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 35. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish their number.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
But, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
A 20-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Minshew. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. third-round pick in 2018 made the tackle.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And caught right side, Green. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
14, Saints 3. Austin.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Working from the gun, Mahomes, flush to his right. Now he's going to throw. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chase Claypool, 52 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
40 extra points.
That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense, trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field, so you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yeah, he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
He was tackled.
Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Minshew sets to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there. First down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll get this down to about the 39. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Saints' 24-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Set to kick off.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Another run by Lindsey.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
3rd and 3.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I know a coach told me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down.
Back to throw here. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Rolling to his right. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They'll set up a throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. Here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Eagles.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
21 yards. And an Eagle first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this carries into the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
At the 36-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
4-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
One more time with Lindsey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nicole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
24-24. Justin Tucker set to...
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Offense set to begin their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. Catch left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, pulled over a few people. Look at that, right up the gut.
Shot through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
42-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Minshew. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it.
Good work by Minshew there to pick up the first.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
A gain of 14.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the 20 to the 19. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
The running back.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. This to advance to the divisional round. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So nothing of importance there, just the season on the line, and he puts it home to likely get him through to the division round.
If you're a fan, you're watching this one with your hands over your eyes. But if you're a kicker, that's what you practice for all season long. And this one was never in doubt.
Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of a season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.